Release That Witch. Episode 6. Training. Part 1. A new shed had appeared in the castle's back garden, walled in with wooden planks, 2 holes left open as windows. In its center stood a square pool of grey brick, 3 meters to a side, filled with yellow earth. With the right amount of water, the clay resisted burning and held its shape. A small shovel could dig it into any form. On the clay lay several iron ingots, dragged over from the blacksmith by Carter Lannis. Beside the pool stood a well. That was exactly why Roland had chosen this spot.
As a laboratory, it is still far too crude. Something cobbled together in one night was never going to be ideal. The real workshop will have to wait until Burrow finishes gathering the records. Well, did you sleep all right last night?
He turned toward Anna, who wore a bewildered look, and asked with a smile. The witch now looked nothing like the prisoner in the dungeon. Carefully washed, her flaxen hair fell soft and lustrous past her shoulders. Her skin had never known care, but it had youth on its side, and the pale freckles across the bridge of her nose only added to its vitality. She was still thin, her slender frame looking ready to topple at a push, yet her cheeks had regained their rosy color, and the bruises and rope marks on her neck had faded greatly since yesterday. Roland suspected the magic, besides granting witches their powers, also improved their bodies. In recovery, at least, Anna was far faster than any ordinary person.
After so much horror, you should have had a few more days of rest. But time is short. I will make it up to you later. Does the uniform fit?
The clothes Anna now wore had been chosen by Roland himself from many designs to satisfy his peculiar tastes. A smelter's full protective suit was far too heavy for her. A mage's robe from his old games looked grand, but restricted every movement, its sweeping hem ready to catch sparks and turn to ash. And as for a maid's outfit, well, was there anything more fitting? True maid uniforms did not yet exist in this world, but that was no great problem. A servant girl's work clothes already carried the embryo of the design. So Roland had Tyre recut one of her own uniforms to Anna's frame. The skirt shortened, long sleeves made short, the round collar changed to a folded one, finished with a bow. A brand new witch's uniform was born. Add a pointed witch's hat, made to order, black knee boots, ready-made, and a short cape above the knees, also made to order, and a character Roland had only ever seen in films stood vividly before him.
Your Highness, what do you need me to do?
Anna simply could not follow the thoughts of the great person before her. She felt she was losing the ability to think. When they had sacked her and dragged her from the dungeon, she had believed her cursed life was finally about to be granted release. But when the hood came off, what Anna saw was not a gallows or a chopping block, but a grand and magnificent room. Then a crowd of people had poured in, undressed her, and bathed her. From her armpits to between her toes, not a spot was left unwashed. Then came the dressing. She had never imagined that putting on clothes required attendance, still less that clothes could be so comfortable, lying soft against her body without the slightest chafe. Last of all came an old man with a white beard. He dismissed everyone else and laid a contract before her. Only then did she understand. The one who had spoken of hiring her in that cell was the 4th prince of the kingdom, and the hiring had been no jest. The contract stated clearly that if she served the prince, she would be paid 1 gold royal every month. Anna knew what a gold royal meant. Her father had toiled in the mines day after day, paid by the ore he hauled. In the best of seasons, he earned 1 silver wolf, and 100 silver wolves, if they were full weight, exchanged for a single gold royal.
So what is my work? To share the prince's bed. The maids whispered such things while they bathed me. But I am not worth that price. Blood corroded by the devil. A willing degenerate, unclean. Anyone who learns what I am would flee from me. Even if the prince's curiosity is so great that he does not fear the devil, he need not pay me anything at all.
That night, no one came for her. She fell asleep in the softest bed of her life the moment she lay down. When she opened her eyes, it was already noon, and lunch was brought to her room: bread, cheese, and a steak. She had resolved, to die. What attachment could someone who had given up on life still feel for this world? That was what she had thought. But the moment the steak touched her tongue, tears sprang from Anna's eyes. The meat, juices, and pepper melted together in her mouth, rich spice threaded with a hint of sweetness, striking her taste buds again and again, lingering even after she swallowed. She suddenly felt that this world still held a few things worth having.
If I could eat food like this every day, then even when the demon eats away at my body, perhaps I would have a little more courage to resist.
Standing now in this wooden shed that was neither bedchamber nor prison, she quietly steeled her resolve. Since he needed her, then, whether it meant wearing these strange clothes or summoning that unbelievable power, she was willing to try. So she asked once more, and this time without hesitation.
Your Highness, what do you need me to do?
For now, learn to control your power. Practice it over and over until you can call it up and put it away at will.
You mean the devils?
No, Miss Anna, your power.
The witch blinked her beautiful blue eyes.
Most people in this world hold a prejudice against you. They believe a witch's power comes from the devil, that it is utterly evil. They are wrong, and you do not believe it either, do you?
He remembered Anna's soft laugh in the dungeon. How could someone who believed herself evil laugh with such pure mockery?
I have never hurt anyone with it, except that robber.
Resisting harm is no sin. You did right. People fear you because they do not understand you. They know training builds a strong warrior, but they do not know how one becomes a witch. Unknown power always frightens people.
You are not afraid of me at all.
Because I know it belongs to you. If that robber had possessed such astonishing power, I would never dare stand before him. Now then, let us begin.